Hey folks, welcome back to another Gambit update. I'm Andrew Essig.
Sean Crocker.
This is Sean Crocker.
That's me.
Happy Halloween. I am dressed as a guy that just moved into a new house.
I'm dressed as a curmudgeon.
Sean's dressed as a curmudgeon. If you don't know what a curmudgeon is, this is a curmudgeon. A couple updates for you for our Halloween week. Once again, we want to talk about our upcoming cycles. So starting Monday, November 21st, we've got a new sand training cycle launching and a Olympic-style weightlifting cycle launching that are both going to be 12 weeks, both 3 times a week, right? You're 3 times a week on your cycle.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 520 coach classes.
Yep.
Comes with open gym if you can't make it.
Yep. That'll include open gym access. Both of those add-on memberships will include open gym access if you don't have that included in your membership. And if you do have open gym included in your membership, if you're on the Unlimited Plus, you will get a discount rate on either of those memberships because you're already paying for open gym. So that's how that works.
Absolutely.
So email, you can email me if you have any questions about that stuff, but if you want to get registered and or have questions, I would really email Sean. But if you'd prefer to talk to me for any reason, which is highly unlikely, you could email me also.
The curmudgeon sometimes kicks in.
Nobody ever emails me. Speaking of weightlifting cycles, our current weightlifting cycle is kicking off a deload week this week. And next week will be our kind of max out week, and we will have the lift off, which, just a reminder, we're encouraging folks to show up and spectate and support on
please.
Friday, November 11th, if I'm not mistaken, 5:20 p.m. We'll be maxing out a couple lifts. It'll be kind of scheduled. So
most of us have maxed out a lift before. We know how people around yelling and screaming can bring some energy. And
you've maxed out a lift or two.
I've maxed out a lift or two.
You got
so.
Speaking of maxing out lifts, you've got a.
I do have a weightlifting meet on Saturday. I'm the only person in my weight class, so guaranteed gold as long as I don't miss every lift.
No, there were 5 other guys registered in Sean's weight class, and they saw that he registered and was bumping up, and they all canceled.
I am interestingly the 4th highest total entry total. More importantly,
so
I'm
crushing is what we're getting at.
2nd oldest in the competition.
I love all these numbers.
And probably the most impressive is the highest entry total is a 18-year-old kid that weighs 160 pounds. And he's going to outlift me. It's going to be great.
What's his entry total?
I want to say he's at 260, which is probably like a 110 snatch. No, probably like 115 to 120 snatch.
260 kilos?
Yeah.
That's a 572 pound total between clean and jerk and snatch for the folks at home. Not for me. I obviously already know kilo conversions, but just for folks watching.
Obviously.
Moving along, still in the membership kind of realm. Speaking of memberships, we're going to be making basically a membership update in the system, which is not going to affect most folks, but long story short, we're phasing out an old membership that was in the system. That may affect some people's open gym access, but in general won't affect anyone's ability to access the gym. But if you do happen to lose open gym access, by all means reach out to Sean to figure out how to reinstate that open gym access. Just kind of making things simpler on the back end for us in terms of
everyone will get an email, so you know if you're being affected or not. And
along with that, so that's primarily going to update the open gym access and make things easier for us on the back end of things. And as well as we'll be adding a new feature known as Urgent Coach, which you kind of be on the lookout for more details. But suffice to say, that'll be something where you can reach out to primarily to start myself, but probably also Sean and Joel for any. Obviously, we're not medical professionals, but for any urgent gym needs. So let's say you tweaked an ankle or something on Saturday, you want to come to class on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Maybe you got clearance from your doctor to do physical activity, but you're going to be limited. This would be an opportunity to kind of sit down with a coach to kind of talk about what that's going to look like in the gym to kind of help keep you attending.
Or I would say on the other end, if you're unsure on if you should even be coming, allows us to talk it out and and figure out like what the best case scenario for you looks like.
So basically, most people's knee-jerk response if they have an injury or some type of limitation is to put their membership on hold. And they say, well, I can't squat. There's not a lot of point in me coming into the gym. And we generally have to have a conversation about, well, there's a lot of other things to do, not squatting.
You put it great once. It's like at the end of the day, do you want to have 2 weak legs or 1 strong leg?
That's my catchphrase.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't use my left arm. Well, when that heals in 12 weeks, do you want 2 weak arms or 1 strong arm? Because it's been scientifically shown that if you continue to train your strong arm, like yes, you might end up with. We had a guy break his wrist in a motorcycle accident one time and just never missed a beat. Just kept coming in. He was doing single arm wall balls, single arm burpees, everything, and he ended up with an arm visibly larger when his other arm was atrophied. But at the end of it, it's been scientifically shown that the weaker limb is much faster to catch up then because it has a stronger limb to catch. When we have 2 weak limbs, it's basically like starting from scratch at that point. So stuff like that. Again, full disclaimer, we're not medical professionals. We're not going to be able to diagnose or treat any conditions, but we can kind of offer some advice on what your specific situation leads to in terms of the specifics of the gym and attending class and all that good stuff. Anything else, Sean?
So we're kind of rolling out free InBodies for members. Kind of tying in with goal sessions that I've been, kind of hit or miss with on the last year just based off of time and not having enough of it. But so now that we've brought on Joel, like it frees me up to start meeting with members again. So we're going to start implementing free InBodies for everybody. Great way to check under the hood and see where your muscle and fat is. And again, like we're going to do this once a year. So, we can always run them. I love doing them quarterly personally. And so, we always have the InBody available. It's $30 for members to do a scan, and I'll walk through the results with you. And
so folks that have done InBodies, we've been, if you participated in the recent nutrition challenge, InBodies are kind of built into that. It's a great way to check your overall, obviously your weight and all that kind of stuff. We've got a super precise height measurement. We've got a scale in there. We get all that down and then we test your body fat in a relatively precise way without dunking you in a tank of water and doing a full deal. But we're also going to start including that InBody in with the on-ramp. So new members coming on board are going to get an InBody, kind of kick them off on the right foot. And we decided, hey, let's offer that to our existing members as well. So it's not going to be a free-for-all. We're not going to totally bog Sean's schedule down with InBodies, but like Sean said, he's going to try to get you in, on a kind of quarterly basis. So say there's
I'll be
200 members, we've got 50 in quarter 1, 50 in quarter 2, etc. So if you're curious about how that's going to go or you have questions, obviously you can reach out to us about that, but expect an email or be on the lookout for an email from Sean when your time comes up to come in and get your InBody scan, your yearly annual InBody scan included with your membership.
Yeah.
And that's all memberships.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything else to
add? Let's see, nutrition challenge just finished. Austin Dahl was our winner.
Oh yeah.
Second place went to, is it Josh?
It was Austin, Josh, and
Clayton was number 3. Clayton Hopkins.
Clayton Hopkins.
Yeah. So congrats to those guys. Congrats to everyone that participated.
Austin, and I've talked to Austin and Josh about their prize. I've not talked to Clayton. So Clayton, if you're watching, come find me to collect your winnings.
Yeah, and everyone did amazing. Those are the 3 that won based off of points, but I mean, we saw some crazy gains.
Did you?
Or losses, I guess, depending on how you want to look at it. For most
crazy
people,
gains / losses.
Most people both.
If
most
you're more
people,
of a cup half full or half empty type person.
Yeah.
So hopefully I would love to get with you and Scott and get maybe some specifics or some testimonials and stuff to kind of release that to just kind of let everybody know how that went. So be on the lookout for that probably on social media.
Yeah.
And that'll wrap it up for our Gambit update on this very spooky Gambit update on Halloween. Look forward to seeing you again soon. I'm Andrew Essig.
Sean Crocker.
Thanks for watching.